I think that bitrate thing fixed it. The bitrate was just way low. Yeah, how's it looking now? The day I was trying to make a robot that does a backflip in here? That's impressive if you could make a robot do a backflip without any functional blocks, not gonna lie. Unless you're just doing general computer science stuff. Whoa, geez. This ship, forgot how much it rises. Okay, quality's good. That's good. I'll figure out how to optimize it even more. I really want to see how high I can take it. Oh, that's right. You can't really dock because it makes that annoying sound. This sound is the worst. I don't know why this happens. Sometimes when you get in and out, it goes away. And sometimes it just makes that sound forever. Oh, it was an SC. Yeah, it seems a little easier to make a robot do a backflip in the original Space Engineers. That's for sure true. That's for sure. Okay, so I'm wondering if I can partial copy this blueprint here. I can, it looks like. No, I can't. Oh, shit. What the hell? This thing is really buggy. Not gonna lie. Partial copy. Yeah, why can't I? Weird. So the partial copy, it doesn't seem to work. That's too bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard of VTOL for sure. Absolutely. Man, I actually really hope that that in SC2 that thrusters can work on rotors. Like there's no, because when I fly this in atmosphere, well, here, I'll do this active contract. I'll show you how I fly in atmosphere. So I'll fly it a lot like this, sort of like the slave from Star Wars. Fly it like this a lot, 'cause that's where most of my thrust is at. And I'll do this a lot in atmosphere as well. Just because it's faster. So I really hope that in Space Engineers 2, because in Space Engineers, anything that's on a subgrid like a rotor or whatever, the thrust don't work for that. It doesn't work for that. Like they just don't fire. And I know there's scripts for running thrusters on subgrids where it basically will work to where if you have like a thruster on a rotor, as it rotates, it'll like change keys, I guess, or whatever, to some way. I just hope that it's vanilla, because that is such a cool feature to be able to do that. And the more they can make subgrids more interesting and have more things work on subgrids, the more this game becomes an engineering game. And that's not even like a crazy task for it to do really. I mean, if a script can fix it, I imagine they could probably get it in vanilla, because VTOL is likely I mean, it exists all over in sci-fi because it's just so efficient to just be able to rotate your thrusters and be an Atmo or a spaceship. So, short answer to your question, yes, I have heard of VTOL, and I really hope that VTOL capabilities in SE2 go to the next level. I also need to actually make a real ship. I am not that far into colonization. This is like I think the 4th contract. I was playing around with it last night. I thought about doing a full live stream and everything while I was playing, and sort of first reactions. And I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to like get a hang of everything. Yeah, VTOL. Yeah, that definitely is useful for miners, because it's a little harder to do stuff like this. Oops, wrong way. Stuff like this on a miner, because you're so heavy that you lose a lot of gyro capabilities. So it's much better to have a lot of that just be adjust your rotors and be able to VTOL. They could add an AI block. If they're gonna add an AI block, though, why not just have it work naturally? Like, why does there need to be an AI? You know, it's the key thing it has to do is just know that when your engines are rotated past a certain degree, that the thrusters, instead of being binded to spacebar or like binded to W or something like that. I mean, if it takes a block, it takes a block. I guess you probably need. I guess, well, the AI would it would work for the AI also wherever they're at. I mean, I don't know how. I'm curious if you have an AI grid, if they'll be able to figure out how to fly with that. But as long as it changes to the keys, I don't know. There's just so much potential they have for this game. The ball is really in their court. It's their game to lose, really, at this point, to say the least. Probably grind down a lot of this base because I've been I haven't done a ton of mining because I don't have my mining ship done yet. My mining ship's almost done, but it's the thing I've been wanting to test. Okay, here's what I wish they would add. The first thing they would add to this game is survival creative mode, because there's no way to test if like a grid that you've designed or a ship has like enough thrust and capacity to like fly. So the only way to see it, test if it works, is like come in here and make it in creative or make it in survival, but we don't have like block welders, so we have no way to like really easily make blueprints in survival, so it's like kind of a catch-22. So it's kind of a grind just to test to see if a ship works, but we don't have much else to play for now, so if that's what it takes, it's what it takes. What do I think about infinite resource deposits? I think, I don't know. It depends. Like in SE1, I believe I've played on some servers. I can't remember if it's, I played so much on custom servers, I can't remember what the exact vanilla mechanic is, but I know that on a lot of custom servers, when the server resets, if there's no grids like near the resources, they would reset, like the voxel would reset. And the key part there is that it's not so much that the resources are recharging as much as the voxel is resetting, which is like really frees up a lot of server bandwidth, because it like resets all the voxel calculations every like 4 hours. So I know a lot of servers use that utilize more complex mechanics just to free up some bandwidth. But infinite resource deposits, I mean, half the fun is like going out and looking around. I know some of the deposits that I have mined, they're really tiny, so like I think they could be a little bigger. Wait, is there explosives? I don't think there's explosives now. There is like I think you can manufacture explosives component. I don't know if there's like actually something you can, there's no like warheads or anything like that. I'm surprised I didn't hit any unknown signals on the way in. But I don't know how I feel about infinite resource deposits. It depends how it works. If like they reset after a certain amount of time, like they're smaller, but like the voxel resets. I certainly don't think you should be able to hit the same rock over and over again. I mean, you should have to like explore. It incentivizes you to like see more players more, because SE1 in vanilla, it was like kind of impossible to find players. I'm gonna show you my favorite way to land ships. I kind of did it soft and loose there, but since there's no grid damage below 20 meters per second, if you ever just want your grid to land nice and level, you just kind of hover like this and just hit your dampeners. Bam. Oh, I have auto lock on. Hang on, let me turn auto lock off. This is worth the wait. Turn auto lock off. You just kind of fly, however, and just turn off your dampeners, and it lands boop, perfectly level every time. It could add gas extractions, like you generate a ton of hydrogen and explode everything. What do you mean explode everything? Like with your hydrogen tanks? Ooh, nice.
Inventory full.
It doesn't break because there's no grid damage under 20 meters per second. So as long as you're traveling under 20 meters per second, your grid's invincible, which is a great feature. It seems like kind of arcadey, but honestly, in the first Space Engineers, I used to play on GeForce Now, more ice, and I played in the US on a US server, on one of my favorite servers, which is Stone Industries, which is in the EU. So I would lag a lot, and pretty much all of my grids were destroyed, not because I flew in properly, because I was just near my base and I hit like a laggy patch. And so I'm all for the 20 meters per second not doing damage, because I lost pretty much most of my grids to just lag, which was super dumb. I don't know what I think about nukes, because actually I do know what I think, kind of. I don't know. It depends how strong they're implemented, because there were mods like that Stone Industry server I was telling you about. They have hang on, let me see what I'm doing. Locate the excavation site and finish construction and finish blocks. They have like custom weapons on that Stone Industries server, and one of them is a nuke, and it's it detonates near you. And I only really ever encountered it in space. That was mostly like a space server. They launch really slowly is how they balance it, so they come at you slow. So if you can take it out in the air, it makes a big explosion. And nukes in that server, with that weapon, they like disable your grid temporarily because there's like an EMP spike and they're like down for a few seconds. The disabling grids, I think, can be a pretty OP mechanic, just because you can't like literally do anything. So if you disable the grid, that's like everything. I also don't know how much I love you can just like quickly erase. In that one, they didn't like erase your grid like instantly, but I know that if nukes are implemented in a certain way, they could potentially melt a grid entirely. So I feel like they'd probably be way too imbalanced. Like if King's like goals, which like are stated in like the dev diaries and stuff, if the goal is to like increase survivability, I don't know that like a weapon that just melts things faster is like the way to do that. But yeah, I would. I don't know. Remember, I was trying to make kind of a parasite that would stick to a build and have gyros mess up the attacker. Yeah, that's definitely one tactic. There's see how much steel plates. We'll grind a bunch of shit down. Trying to do building math. Inventory's full. That's right. I gotta go dump a bunch of crap. What am I full of? Oh, I was building back at the base before I came here, so I'm just full of random crap. Yeah, you know, I'm all for like things that like make you engineer like that. Like if you have like a parasite build and you have to like engineer that and get it to land and stick and then program it. Like if you have to like program things, that definitely makes it seem less of a concern about something being OP if you have to actually like put some thought into it. You know what I mean? See, I don't know what I need to build in here. Let's just go back in here. My buddy he would make like a drone ship that would just chase down enemy grids with grinders, and just like they would target. I think he said they're targeting to something that made them go for the internals, so they would just like chase down enemy ships and grind them down. And it was, if it could get close enough, it was actually somewhat effective. And once they're in your ship and grinding, they're pretty much unstoppable. But, you know, if you have like turrets and stuff, it's pretty hard to like actually get close. Metal grids, I need cobalt for that. You should add kind of a suspension that would let you collide with high speeds, because my parasite would work at high speeds, but it was just a missile. A suspension that would let you collide with high speeds. Oh, like if you like are going really fast, it doesn't do any damage? Or what do you mean? Because that'd be kind of crazy. That would be counterintuitive, I think. I love that there's no stone in this game. It makes mining just so much better, not having to like worry about sorting out stone in your build. Stone is a pain in the ass, honestly. Especially if you're mining an asteroid. Alright, that's built enough. What do we need for this drill? Steel plate compressors. Ah, damn it. I knew I needed those compressors. I put them back. Shoot. What do I need? 6 compressors. You can put a suspension and a landing pad, and it could resist 60 plus. What do you mean by suspension? You mean like a shield? Or are we talking like atmosphere, like vehicles and stuff? So I need how many steel plates? 12. You have steel plates. It's kind of hilarious that you can just like grind down the base and just like do some of these, but to the same token, if like the thing needs repaired that is like running the base, you might as well take down non-essential stuff to fix it. All right, that's done. 2 batteries. I don't know how to explain, but like it would stop at 1 go, it would stop lower. Construction and electronic parts. There's construction components. And these button panels. And electronic parts. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Is there another button panel somewhere? What's the recipe for a button panel? Are button panels more expensive than batteries? Yeah, what? That's weird. So, 2 construction components and 4 electronic parts for a battery. But to make a button, it's 24 construction components and 16 electronic parts? How does a button panel 24 and 16 versus 2 and 4? That seems wonky to me. I feel like that's got to be tuned. They're going to tune some of these recipes. That one just seems kind of blatantly wrong. Like without suspension, it would stop at 1 go, and suspension, it would stop more like slower. Are you talking about vehicles? All right, objective completed. Clear test not. Oh, clear path to next excavation site. Construct battery. I guess I don't know what you mean by... If you're not talking about vehicles, I don't know what you mean by suspension. All right. Use drill to clear through any collapsed parts. Oh boy. Where are we going? Where are we going? It's quite a big cave, actually. Objective completed. Clear path to the next excavation site. Wait, did we just do a loop? No. New site. Sites will look better when they actually have functional blocks. This drill could like actually be hooked to a piston and such. Let's see. Probably don't have enough. Game optimized, I see a lot of circles and things. Oops, what did I just grind down there? You mean the circles you're talking about, like all the GPS things from the antenna? All right, that's done. Need more compressors for this thing. Let's see. Can't use raw materials for a compressor. Shoot, I'll bet you there's compressors somewhere around here. There's 4. There's 4. All right. Right on. The game will be getting a lot more optimizations, though. They're always going to be doing more optimizations. I'm not sure what the circles and things are, but and the blocks. There's a lot of circles that may cause lag. Yeah, I mean, I think they'll find out pretty quick what's causing performance issues and what isn't. Oops. And definitely fix it. I think I anticipate a lot of hot fixes in the coming week. All right, contract finished. All right, sweet. Let's see what I can grind out of here. First of all, I actually didn't check this other box over here. You know, let's do a consumable. I actually have never used a consumable. So tab, you got these 5 consumable slots. I have to use suit battery. Charged. All right, let's take this one now. Sweet. Yeah, I can't cut the other drill. I'm gonna probably pull that out because it has those compressors in there. Take these electronic parts back too. Why not? Lick my bones. Take those compressors. Yeah, inventory full. We're just gonna go ahead. Oops, I keep pressing U for some reason. Is that what the inventory used to be? Let's see, I don't need steel plates. Right click to drop. I don't need all that cobalt either. Did I drop any compressors? Yes, sir. Probably grind quite a bit of this. The other base by my ship, I'll grind a bunch of that down. This is just sort of a no man's land area. Gotta find my way back to the ship. Through the tunnels. Did I miss any crates? There's a lot of crates. Sometimes there's secret things hidden too in the ground. Yeah, I mean, there'll probably be, yeah, I'm sure there'll be a little bit more crafting once there's more things to unlock, more, if they add more components. I'm sure there's still stuff they haven't added yet. You turn it stone and material. Oh, you mean in like SE1? Because yeah, that is all stone in SE1 pretty much. Not all, but there's a lot of the early game is stone. You don't really have to like do a lot of searching for stuff except for like cobalt in the early game. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we'll probably take this thing down. Assembler. Yeah, let's dump off our. Actually, I'm not full capacity right now. Fuck you, assembler.
Inventory full.
Give me your gold threads.
Inventory full.
All right, go dump. Oops, wrong way. The fuck is my ship? I know Astroneer a little bit. I haven't played it, but it came up a lot in my Shields and Survivability video. People were talking about it. And I actually just saw sort of a brief video about it today. I didn't click it, it was just sort of popped up as a video, and I was just hovering over it to watch some gameplay on it and stuff. It's interesting. I think that's the one that's a little bit more... It's like kind of cartoony, that one, I believe, right? Stationeers is another fun one I was kind of looking at a little bit. That one's like a super hardcore survival. Like you have to worry about like dirty air and stuff. All your base are belong to us. Let's see. Take these compressors out of this drill. Have you played Astroneer? So yeah, so actually, what would be really fun to do, I think, is something that I want to do when this game, when multiplayer launches, is did I loot these? In regards to the trains all over the map, it would be so fun to just like get everybody like in the Discord to like join like a vanilla server and just like see how much infrastructure we can build on the vanilla server. It'd be hilarious to see how big if we could build like a full train system or like a trade station or whatever, with like some place people can go to like swap ores and stuff. See if we can get enough. Sorry, half focusing, half talking. See if we can like get enough like material to like keep a safe zone up to like run a functioning trade station in a vanilla server, build like a whole like metropolis city somewhere. I think it would be super fun. I mean, we have 400,000 PCU, which is which is in some ways more than the first game, but also like things like lights take up 150 PCU, so like you're definitely can't be as loosey-goosey with what you're doing, but it's quite a bit of room to play with. One game that I wish to have, oh, Satisfactory. Yeah, I would probably get addicted to that game as well, I would imagine, because that one looks pretty fun. But I don't want to like learn a whole nother game like that. That's just too much. Take your electronic box from your tubes. And since I have inventory, let me just grind for the random ground and get some more steel plates. Less iron I have to mine later. Yeah, I play City Skylines also. So this is so I feel like this game sort of scratches the engineering side, and City Skylines sort of scratches the like city and building infrastructure side that Satisfactory has to offer. I'm on PC for this. My normal computer I use is a Mac, but I got this PC not that long ago. I actually got it because one of the reasons, aside from making like more and better content like this for video editing, because my Mac is pretty. It's like a 2019, so it's like dying. It's probably not going to last for much longer. I used to be on GeForce Now, but Space Engineers 2 wouldn't work well on it. Like, it couldn't save blueprints. It would just like wouldn't save anything. You'd like press save and you'd like log out and come back in, and like just nothing would save. It was some sync issue or something with the Steam Cloud. I don't know. And I actually did like a ship design interview kind of thing for Space Engineers, and they needed it by a certain date, and the GeForce Now wasn't working, so I was like, I just got to get a computer to get this thing running. So it's got it from Origin PC. It's like a pre-built PC. It's got a 5070 in it. I forget what Intel chip it has. I'm definitely not the computer part expert guy. But it's a really good PC. Like, it runs this game on 4K, no problem. I'm running it at 1440 right now just because I'm running dual screens with the stream going. Wings would be cool if they could make it work. It's kind of ridiculous flying around like we do right now. It's just like not at all the most efficient way to fly. If they had wings and there was like aerodynamics, they could drastically make thrusters less efficient, so they use more energy to use thrusters, and then kind of so that way if you like really want to like have like long range efficiency, you learn how to build aerodynamically and stuff. If they can figure it out, I'm all for it. I don't know how high of a priority that is. I know they've kind of considered it and teased it. Well, wings aerodynamics plays into wings. Like you can't have like wings without aerodynamics is pointless. I don't signal we're gonna go to this. Yeah, I think that like I'm here for it, but I don't think that a lot of the players would like it. I think it would off-put some of the core players, and I know that's a huge priority. Like when I'm making all those videos for mechanics, I'm like keeping in mind what Keen's goals are. So like the mechanics are more like what I think could realistically be set up, not necessarily what would be the coolest or most realistic thing, because not everybody wants to play stuff like that. It's kind of like with that Stationeers game I was talking about. Like it gets, and even the other the Astroneers that you were talking about, it's like hardcore, but that's not how it's. Sometimes it's hard to have fun because you're like trying to just like filter dirty air or whatever. And same with like aerodynamics. Like people might get annoyed. It depends what degree it is. I mean, it could be put in a way where it's not really that noticeable. You could still build a ship like this and it would fly just fine. It's more like if you're just trying to like build an optimized winged vehicle, then it would be useful for something like that. But yeah, I can't imagine that's a super huge priority. Also, this is kind of the first time I've like hung out in trees. This is a super dope area. The dampers off. See, like my landing gear isn't even locked and it's doing that annoying ass sound. where the thrusters are constantly firing. There we go. It's not drifting. It's just I had a lot of. It's just it's not optimized for flying very well, so I was just not descending very well. There's no water yet. That's coming in VS3. So certain areas of the map, I don't think I'm around one, are like open lake beds, and they're like ready for water, but they don't have water yet. Ooh, some gold. More compressors. Take your power module. Take your antenna. Take some of your electronics. It's not a plane. It's an interplanetary space travel vehicle, actually. It's also like the default. It's just like the default ship they give you. I just haven't designed it yet because I just started playing. I have actually ships ready to go. Like the first, I was building that miner, and then what I'll probably build is, I don't know if I can pull it up big. Is this guy? I'll build this in space. I have one that's I think empty. That's because I built this before they had all the blocks and everything, so there's like nothing on the inside, so it's sort of used. But that miner I'm building flies in and out of it, and then I'll ditch the starting landing pad you start on because I don't like having just a static base. Is that all that was here? Usually there's a little bit better loot in these things. That's pretty weak. I missed something. Is there a cave? Sometimes there's caves around these. I'm gonna go into the forest real quick just to have a peek at what it's like in here. Look at this. Turn the HUD off. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Wow. That looks sweet. Man, you know, when they were sharing previews, I thought some of the density of the wood was just for show in the previews. I'm like, there's no way it's going to run with that many trees. They're just doing it just to show it now. Because some of the background shots, there weren't a lot of trees. But lo and behold. Yeah, so it's sort of a trade-off because there's so much like ray tracing calculations happening in these woods. Like, I think my frame rates might be slightly dropping a little bit. That, yeah, like, I think lower tier PCs probably can't run this very well, or you'll have to just turn ray. So there's actually a ray tracing setting. So if you have a like a lower quality PC, you just turn off the ray tracing, and that alone will free up so much bandwidth on your computer. There's another unknown signal that was around here. Let's go to this one too. Oh, is the stream lagging? Or are you just saying if you were playing in that area? Fly with dampeners off a lot, you'll find as well. Just find it more of an enjoyable flying experience. So I'm landing, and I'll turn them on. Oh yeah, probably. I wonder if the trees probably it probably sucked a lot of my processing up just to do that. I'm not surprised there was lag spikes in there. It looked the game looked good, but it must have prioritized the game over the stream. Not super surprised. Oh, I forgot to dump my inventory. So there's a lot of loot in these things, which is cool. You like come to these and there's all kinds of loot in these crates, which I think is great. Yeah, dampeners do absorb a lot of fuel. That's why I don't use them. Once we have the toolbars to program stuff, you can do things like you just you can set a toggle to turn off your front thrust, and then you can keep your dampeners on, and then your front thrust, you just turn those off so those don't turn on when you're dampening, but it'll dampen your altitude that way. Loot, 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 loot. All right, let's see. Let's grind down this bad boy. It's electronics. You could. What's cool about this game is you could honestly play a scavenger build, just like running around to these unknown signals, just like scavenging stuff. You like technically don't even need to build anything. Probably just mine for uranium if you wanted, or ice, whatever energy source was. But otherwise, you could build full ships. Oh, it doesn't have the gold threads. It's too bad. See any other goodies in here? What we got up here? Battery. I'll take a power cell. Get some glass. I'm low on glass in my main base.
Inventory full.
That's good enough. Let's go back to base. Yeah, I'll look back at the stream and see where it's lagging and stuff, and figure out how my best optimizations are. Is there a way to tell what the power module is at? Battery. Current charge, 100%. Okay. Oh, you just program the thruster that points to the planet core. Interesting. Huh. So even if you turn upside down, your thrusters would, like, rotate to the planet core? It's kind of interesting. Otherwise, we just gotta fly like this. Like Boba Fett's ship. Is the planet core, was that a programmable or like an AI block setting, or is that just a script you ran? Man, look at these clouds. Hope there's no mountain on the other side of these clouds. Man, I really hope there's no mountain on the other side of these clouds. Okay, we're free. Oh, interesting. You put a GP. Interesting. How far? Excuse me. How far do you have to dig to like make it like viable enough to be in the center? Because if like you're too close to the surface, then like somewhere around the planet, it'll like won't be like angled to the center of the planet. There's like there's a script you can just I don't think it's a mod. I think it's just a script you can just copy paste in. Never used it before. I just know it exists for VTOL. That's hilarious. If, like every planet you go to, if you want VTOL to work, you have to like dig down a hole to its core and then put a GPS just to be able to run VTOL. Oh, supply base. This is from another mission. I was kind of wondering where this went. I might see if I can loot stuff out of here. Because this was a mission. This was like an objective. Damn, but now we're kind of getting into a canyon here. Let's not get too stupid. You're talking, yeah, or like a re-entry, atmospheric re-entry. It causes heat. That doesn't exist in this game, but it would be sick if it did. Oh, I remember this base. I already ground this one down. We'll ground some of the stuff down. Yeah, I kind of like mentioned that briefly in the heat video. It'd be like a bonus points thing if they added something like that in there. That'd probably be one of the last elements they'd add to heat. But it would be pretty cool. Actually, I haven't seen what they added a new, like, larger size hydrogen thruster to the game. I actually haven't looked to see how big that is yet. Also, I think this mission will complete my colonization. Love landing in this game. It's so fun. I don't need to actually dock it. Oh, but free hydrogen if I do dock it. Let's dock it. So this auto docking is kind of a nifty feature too. You can you get close, it turns blue like that, and you can press P and it'll whoomp, auto dock your ship. It's kind of nifty. It's kind of janky, but it works. Didn't do the boring thing of like tearing down the whole ship. You mean? Or I know I took a lot of components off that base before. Complete. Colonization progress achieved. So now I have Badura sector colonized. You are here. So now I gotta go to Chemic, I guess. And I can fast travel there. But I don't have my ship yet. I think before I fast travel, I'm going to get my miner and my other ship squared away. Or at least pack up my landing pad. I have this stupid starting platform over here. Away! Home sweet home. Landed. Auto docking, baby. It is so nice not having to worry about docking all the time, I'll tell you that much. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's dump this stuff into a cargo container. Oops. Oops. Charter platform. You gotta figure out this like sound thing though. These thrusters, because when you land like this and the thrusters are going off, it is extremely uncomfortable. Oh, Yeah, it wasn't an atmo, so or there was no gravity, so there was no like just turning the dampeners off and letting it bounce. That just happens in gravity. All right, disconnect that so we don't have to hear that noise. Horrible sound. Okay, so this guy needs ore detector. I really feel like I should be able to partial copy. I'm back to where we started. That was just a long contract run there. P for partial. Yeah, it's just like, so it's partial copy. Like it's showing the thing highlighting. Like I'm supposed to click it, and then you click it, and it just places the block. And that's not what's crazy is that it's placing blocks in places that can't even weld to. So that's something to note with this. Is that when you place things in hologram, it doesn't necessarily mean you can weld it. Interesting snippet. So I have to figure out how did I do my. Where did I put my ore detector at? One here somewhere. All right. Yep. Get some sleep. Appreciate you hanging out and let me know if the stream's working for testing. That was good. Getting what we needed to know if the stream's working or not. So this will set us up for some streams in the future. We'll actually schedule it and actually have like a proper thumbnail and stuff for it. So this was just a kind of a impromptu test. It's actually giving me more errors. I'm noticing YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Interesting. Maybe it's not working well. I'll figure that out. But it is working very good. Okay, yeah, I'm getting a bunch of like stream health notices saying, but they just came through a couple minutes ago. Maybe that was when I was. Latest one came through at 7:08, 2 minutes ago. I don't know. I don't know what its deal is, man. What's your deal, man? But yeah, you'll see me streaming more. So catch you on another one. I'm just gonna say my ore detector was here, and I don't think this has an antenna. And mining ship gonna need an antenna. I just want to know if the cargo capacities can hold this thing or not. That's all I want to know. Can it hold stuff? I'm just gonna plop these things on here just willy-nilly. Just get to mining. Would not like to have the antenna next to the cockpit though, because the antennas make the most atrocious noises in this game. See, I like have all this I can't weld to because like when you try to weld behind it, it wants to weld the handrail, not the things behind it. So like you like physically can't make. I'll catch you later, man. Yeah, you can't like make everything on your blueprints. It's super dumb. Not until we get the welding block anyway. That's all right. We'll just put this here for now. Stick this in here. And then we need lights. Some spotlights on here so we can see what we're mining. Actually, let's undo that. Oh, can't undo that. What the fuck? Let's turn symmetry on. It will let me place it in the middle of this block. Why is this being wonky? There we go. Alright, place this here. I think there was one here. Must have been there. Need some construction components. There's no build planners. We just gotta kind of remember. Steel tube, electronic parts, and wire. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I think wire was one of them. I've already forgot everything. Need some construct. I gotta relearn all the icons. Let's see. You need some steel plates. Need some metal tubes. Needed some construction components. Alright. Let's see if that gets her done, and then I can go mine some stuff. So we don't run out of uranium. I only have like 20 or 40 uranium I got out of like a loot crate. So this is something I'm noticing, is that even if your paint gun is set to an active color, it doesn't actually build with that color. Oh, I forgot electronics. So I set my paint gun to red, and all my things pasted blue. Electronics. So that's kind of annoying. And I hope I can find some uranium fast, or this thing's going to be floating around. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop into this boy. Let's go to our reactor. Turn that on. Let's go to our antenna. Need that miner. Antenna has no power. Well, that's weird. It's on my grid. What the heck? Oh, yes, you're not built. Ha, miner. There we go. That would do it. Okay, let's paint it again. All right. I don't need this here. How the fuck do I get rid of this? Alright, easy enough. So I have 40 uranium, which I don't think is enough to fly around for too long. Let's see. Let's go to your inventory here. Miner, hide empty. Uh-oh. Wait, how's it flying? Where's my... What? Where's my inventory? There's, like, cargo containers and stuff on here. What in the world? Oh, it's already almost out of uranium, which means I'm not going to have enough uranium to use this thing. How unfortunate. Which means I have to go find uranium. So one thing I realized, my Discord told me, is I can actually GPS, which I didn't realize at first. GPS. Add GPS marker. Balls ass base. And then what I don't need to do, let's go find some uranium. I'm going to attach this to our miner. So when I do find uranium, I can start mining with my mining ship. So let's go ahead and turn off our dampeners. And just turn it off. Actually, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. We're not going to turn it off. And we're not going to turn off the dampener, so that way when I dock to it with this, if I bump it, it doesn't go flying off into space. As would happen if everything was turned off. Like that. I want my burners to... Actually, I don't think there's thruster damage. So I probably don't have to really worry right now about carrying it in a way I'm going to damage it. But you know what? I'm not going to play that way. I'm just going to play as though it would do damage to it, because that's the way it would be. Alright, we're locked. Now we will come in here. Turn off the dampeners. And because we have such little uranium, turn off the reactor. And we will go find uranium somewhere. Start there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a thing. So, oh, boy, that's tough. Holy smokes. Oh, boy. Yeah, so because I'm, like, hauling this, it deals with, like, weight in a very special way. Wow. I am not in control of my ship right now. So we're just going to let that steady out. I guess we're not going to carry this. We'll leave it here, and we'll find uranium and bring it back, and then we'll bring this over there and then mine more uranium. That was crazy. I forgot that rotational thrust is more of a thing. Let's just dock this over here. Yeah, like when you're hauling it, it doesn't just, you know, thrust normally because you have weight. It's something that I wish would happen with any grid where, like, your thrust position dictates sort of how it, like, where the thrust is coming from. So if your thrust is off-centered, then when you thrust, it will thrust off-centered. Where's that landing gear? There's a piece of landing gear down here. It's gonna lock for me? No. There we go. Turn the reactor off. Hopefully when I leave town, I don't forget that's there. That would be ridiculous. All right. And I think this has an ore detector. Sure do. Let's go find uranium. Once I have my miner ready, then we can really start some big building. That's when the fun begins. Fun began actually from the get-go. This game is massive fun. There's an unknown signal, which is actually how I got my initial uranium, so I'll go check that out also after we check this thing real quick. Nothing? Just a stone asteroid? Just a regular old asteroid? Alright. Screw you too then, man. Check this bad boy out. It is nice that, though, in this they give you a starter ship that gets you kind of going initially. Sort of removes an initial grind that was always fun in the first one, though. But I'm sure some of that's just because it's a tutorial. We're just coming in kind of hot. We're coming in hot. Bail out of there. Holy smokes! Probably almost ran into that. I wouldn't hate it if they added the. In SC1, there's a little gauge in the bottom that shows you which direction your ship's traveling, or vectoring in relation to where the front of it is. So you can kind of makes it easier to slow down. This one, not so much. Okay, this is actually a really dangerous unknown signal because there's a lot of invisible pixels. Like watch as I fly in here. We don't have to worry because as long as I don't go over 20 miles an hour, it's fine. But there's a lot of invisible stuff in here. Maybe this isn't the one. One of them has a lot of invisible voxel. We have here. Let's go. Man, like, just look at this. Just like with the HUD off, this game will be so cool. To throw up a space welder ship tutorial, there's only one blueprint, but it's an atmospheric welder. Yeah, the I have my miner I'm working on. I just want to make sure it works good. I can't test, like, the creative mode has no, like, survival mechanics, so I have no idea if it's actually, like, if it has enough power or not. So I have one for a miner. I'll share it. But there's no welders yet because the game does not have the welder as a functional block, unfortunately. I'll take these assembler bits. Inventory full. Because yeah, it's yeah. So I will be having a lot of blueprints available for survival in the coming weeks. That is like sort of the main thing I want to be making in this game at the moment. So there'll be much to come. God, grinding is so bad sometimes. Come on, look at this. I just want to grind this. Oh, it worked in that one spot. Ah! And I'll have like build tutorials as well because I love creative. I have a whole creative. Okay, I just want to grind this freaking thing. Is it because the grid's moving? No, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I have a creative mode video. I'm also scripting, which will help to build stuff. Sorry, I'm half thinking, half talking. Yeah, I wish they would though, because like right now, it's like if you here's my miner. So when you place this, it's you can't like project it onto a grid like you could in SE1, where the projection, like you can project it through another ship, like it attaches onto things like it's a block, which means if you like can't get to the internal components, you can't weld it. So like on the back of this miner, I have like some like greebling detail, just like this sort of like radiator looking thing back there. And those rails mount onto like blocks, but when you try to weld it with just the hand welder, it wants to weld the rails, not the blocks behind it, which are unwelded. So like you can't get to blocks inside of it. So you need like the actual ship welder. So all the stuff we've been making in creative mode for the last year currently is very difficult to make in survival. So that's kind of a bummer. But I mean, it's cool when you're like, just like if you're like adding on to a ship, like this is a really cool feature because you can like, you know, just like throw stuff on here or whatever, and then you're like, oh no, I didn't like that, and just like erase it, which is pretty cool. Love that. But the current blueprint thing does not replace like projectors in its current form anyway. But you know, it's still early. We'll see what they do. Let them keep cooking. But at the very least, having the ship welders would the big block welders would be really nice right now, for sure. Let's take some of the goods out of the stuff. It's electronics. And unknown signals now are way better than SE1. I mean, they started to add more encounters, I guess. I shouldn't say that. They have a lot of encounters. Oh, there's a cargo crate. Can I get something out of here? Uranium, maybe? No. Some other goodies. Like a lot of this initial loop, I haven't even really been mining that much. I've just been like grinding the hell out of like bases like this when I find them. There's a lot of goodies, and every like lockers and crate has usually some useful stuff in it, which is pretty cool. Ooh, another cargo container. Magnesium. I don't think we have a use for magnesium yet. Yeah, there needs to be, it needs to be better for block by block or something, or like it lets you put the welder on blocks that like don't have even like anything to weld onto them yet. It's like it's yeah, like some kind of progression building or something, or like don't let me like, I don't need to see. I think, you know, honestly what it is when this is out and I have like a blueprint, like if this if this landing pad, this landing gear for instance, like if this cockpit isn't made, I would be able to weld this landing gear. But with the blueprint thing, like when you put your welder out, like it shows you the landing gear even though you can't weld it yet. Like you try to like click through it to weld the cockpit, and it's like, block you're trying to weld has no mounting points. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm trying to weld the thing behind the mounting point. Like I don't need to see the information for this if like the thing that's mounted to yet doesn't appear. Like it can still show the hologram. Like I think it's useful to show the hologram, but like from the welding gun, it should ignore anything that isn't mountable, and that would sort of honestly fix the issue until they have. Yeah, that would actually just kind of fix the issue now that I'm talking out loud about it. Refinery, but it's got nothing in it. Oh, here we go. Crate. Pressure pipe. Not sure what that's for. Give me our loot. Ooh, hydrogen tank. Oh, no turbine blades, though. Dang. Battery. Take your goods. Thank you. It would be fun to run a whole scavenger series, which I think you'll be able to do pretty easily once the full game launches and there's all this extra stuff, because there's a lot of stuff to scavenge out of these things. All right, back to the mission of finding uranium, so I can fuel my miner ship and see if it even works, because the miner ship works good. I'll launch a video for that and get that on the workshop. See the asteroid I just came from? I also have to update my life pod. I've got a couple of blueprints I got to update. I had like a race ship called the Talon, which used to be one of the top ones in the workshop. I don't know if it still is or not. And I had calculated how many reactors I needed based on the math I could find on SE1, thinking it'd be the same. So there's 6 reactors on it, and then I went to use it in creative mode, where even though it's not... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Wow. I just saved that. That was crazy. We almost just crashed. That was insane. That's why it's good to have really powerful thrusters in some directions. You can use them as like a getaway thruster, because... Wow, I almost got obliterated. Golden iron. I will mark this on the map as golden iron. GPS marker. FEAU. Verdure space. Just so I know it's in Verdure space. You don't need it on. Oh, do we have to have them on? We can't turn them off. That's sort of a bummer, because I don't want a million freaking markers on my HUD. That's kind of stupid. One of them things. One of them growing pain things. I can't believe I almost just crashed there. That was crazy. Should have been my first crash. Well, no, I actually crashed very early in the tutorial because I was messing around. Yeah, it's not... This is definitely not a ship that is optimized for atmospheric mining, that's for sure. And I guess I could put welder... I guess I could put grinders on here. I just really wanted to get my miner working. Copper, silicon... I'll mark it. Let me just start marking these because I don't have anything right now. GPS. GPS. That was silicon and copper, I think. What's the... I don't know what the sign for copper is. Just do CP. Oh, you got an ad? Oh, when it happened? Oh, I almost crashed. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. If you rewind, it should show you still. That's hilarious. Yeah, I almost died. Like my ship came within like feet of hitting the asteroid. That was actually kind of a wild save. I straight up almost lost everything, which would have sucked really hard. Don't know if it's impressive enough to rewind for, but it was certainly, I for sure thought I was a goner. 100%. Wait, does this grid have no... upside down thrust? Or down thrust? Wait, no, it does. They're just not firing. Wait, am I in trouble? Am I out of fuel? What the fuck's going on? None of my thrusters are showing any animations, actually. None of them are. Maybe it's because the game thought I died on that other one, so it was like, nope, you're dead. We're just erasing this grid. Yeah, none of my thrusts are illuminating. just want uranium, man. I do think I have extremely mixed feelings about the deceleration that, like, you slow down faster than you boost to like a massive degree. So you like kind of just come to an immediate break. Very mixed feelings about it. It's kind of nice, but it feels very arcadey. Ice. Gold. It's not uranium. I could go for a larger ore detector. Yeah, it is just a visual bug. It happens. Silicon. Still seems like for the most part, except for where there's like a tutorial area, like the starting base, that there's only 2 resources plus maybe ice on asteroids. Oh, no, there's 3. I lied. I'll mark this in. Silicon, cobalt, and I think gold and ice. Silicon, cobalt, gold, ice, Return space. So there can be a lot on an asteroid. So I mean, there could be uranium at the very bottom of this thing. Please, just a little bit of uranium. How you liking the game overall so far? It's pretty good. Certainly makes me crave for more of the full game. This is definitely a solid base. Just can't wait to see what they do with this. I'm pretty far from my base. Especially when they start adding NPCs. And like the kill zone around Delphos, that's going to be freaking sweet. A lot of one of my favorite servers, Stone Industries, they had a roaching area where you could go fight NPC grids and stuff like that for like better resources. It's pretty cool. It seems like my stream keeps cutting out. Is that a thing? This is sort of a test stream to see if the setup works, and I feel like the stream just cut out from what I'm seeing on my YouTube. So let me know if the stream is bugging out. Any uranium? Anybody? Yeah, it is a little tough to build. It's a bit of a grind at the moment, no pun intended, for sure. And like not having a build planner does make things a little bit difficult. You gotta just like keep going back to your ship. That's not great. But you know, okay, just the audio is fine. Yeah, my studio showed the stream is bad. I keep getting like it tells me I have excellent quality, and it tells me I have poor quality. There's no reason I should have poor quality, really, because I have good internet, I have a good computer. I just don't know if my stream settings are optimal or not. There used to be a way to, I swear there used to be a way to test your quality without actually going fully live, but for the life of me, could not figure out where that was at on YouTube. Also, the sound the antenna makes is so bad, I don't need to hear this all the time. The sound of the antenna is, that static shit is, that's what that weird spurting sound. It's because my antenna's next to my cockpit. I need to move it to the back or something because it is horrible. Come on, I just want uranium. I just want uranium. No. Misbehaving. Yeah, it could be, like, I know, somebody else was in here earlier and I was, from my Discord, and they were sort of looking at it, and I know it got, when I was near trees, because there's, like, more ray tracing and stuff, it decreased the stream quality a little bit near trees, so I know that ray tracing can affect it to some degree. I really hate that I can't see my hydrogen thrusters, so I kind of want to, like, quit and rejoin just so I can see those. It's just such a cool visual effect. Oops. Oops. Oh, God. Everything's fine. Just forgot to turn my dampeners off before rotating. Send my ship careening in the direction I want to go. Away from the asteroid, though, luckily. I'm excited for getting multiplayer, too. I mean, even just 4-player co-op will be enough to just mess around with certain events and scenarios and stuff. There's some nickel, ice, iron, silicon, and uranium. And uranium? Maybe over here? Just a little bit of uranium, maybe? Just a little hit to get daddy going. Please? I'm kind of wondering if I have to travel to Chemic to get uranium. Like, I wonder if uranium doesn't spawn around Verdure. Which, I can't imagine that's the case because they give you ion thrusters. So, why give us ion thrusters if there's no uranium around? Iron. Find nickel though. I didn't have nickel before. Silicon, iron, ice, nickel. Market. Ah, man. I mean, I could probably just bolt on a bunch of hydrogen thrusters to that other miner, but... Oops, hit a bump. Yeah, yes, the other great thing about multiplayer is if you get lost in the sauce, just play with somebody who loves the sauce. Certainly is not a bad tactic. Yeah, I have a we're scripting a combat video in the Discord for like ground combat, and one of the cases I have for why ground combat would be really good, having like good gunplay and stuff, is that if you have like a buddy who doesn't necessarily like to engineer, but they like to like be like a hired gun, then they can like join and like you can do all the engineering stuff, and they can like be your gunner, run in somewhere with like a rifle and like run and gun. So you don't necessarily have to be like an engineering guy to like play the game. If you have a buddy that likes to engineer, you can play like a defensive role, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure there's lead nearby. I don't know how much like everybody has the same. Like they were saying in the stream, like every planet that loads is like slightly different. And I imagine that I would have to imagine asteroids are like that too. Like I don't know that like there's always like a specific asteroid nearby that has like lead or whatever in it. Find a little bit of ice. No, yeah, this graphic's messing up too. drills, the drill mechanic does not look right. Because I know they have, like, in the biomes, there's, like, certain scenery things that they said were, like, inspired by certain scenes in real life, but then they also said that there's, like, slightly randomization. So I don't know if, like, the main, like, yeah, I don't know what exactly, how much of the voxel changes, like, if the same canyons will always be there, or if they're, like, roughly the same, but, like, you know, the biomes have what they have. But every little detail is different, so you can't really memorize it, which would be great if that's the case, because I think that's super cool. I think that's very... I kind of like things procedurally generated, so people just can't, like, memorize very specific points. Like, I always thought it'd be sick if there was, like, if games like Battlefield or, you know, other, like, first-person shooter games, if they made a way for their maps to be, like, procedurally generated, so, like, you, like, roughly knew, like, what kind of buildings would be in a city, but the layout was different every time, so you, like, you had to sort of... There wasn't, like, knowing a meta spot ahead of time. You sort of had to, like, explore and, like, find a new cool spot during the game. So it's, like, the first time you've, like, done battle in that area. I always thought that would be so cool. Hey, speaking of lead. Lead, copper, iron, ice, gold. This has everything. Does it also have uranium? Seems not. Dang it. At this point, I should have just made a hydro miner. Some other stuff, though. Mark the lead. Lead, copper, iron. Something else. Gold. I don't know what the land. Not sure what the chemical sign is for copper or lead. I don't know that those really... I don't know what the abbreviation they're using in the game is. Alright, well maybe... God, maybe there's just not going to be... Maybe I got to build a hydro miner. My dreams of having my sweet miner working are not panning out. Sucks. Gone by more than my share of asteroids. Yeah, some ore still drops when you drill by hand. There's still some around you. I think it just disappears really fast. Yeah, not having stone is super nice. Like, stone is useful if you just need like a little bit of everything, like a little bit of nickel, a little bit of iron, but you just end up with like a ton of gravel, and like more importantly, when you are mining, like you might be mining for like cobalt or something, you just end up also collecting a bunch of stone, and it's like, I just don't need stone. And like every modded server had like, oh, PB is lead, okay. Every modded server has like stone smashers or whatever, just to get rid of stone out of the ground. Like, it still gets you some resources, but it just does it at like way less efficiency than a refinery does. Just I'm okay with there not being stone. It's only useful super early game if you like really can't find anything else, and otherwise it's just such a nuisance. You know, I also haven't found any silver. Even though I'm pretty sure silver is in this game. So there's some kind of silver thing to make. Dude, I'm about to fucking Google this. Is there uranium in Space Engineers 2? Because I feel like I'm being punked. I mean, it's usually one of the rarer ones, but this is crazy. Uranium. I mean, I know there is uranium. I found some in a crate. But I haven't found like a deposit anywhere. Of course, it's just giving me everything about Space Engineers 1. Yeah. Everything's just Space Engineer 1 answers. Oh man. Alright, well I'll go back to my starter ass base. You haven't found silver uranium either, huh? Weird. It's like uranium only. Do you have to like only find it on planets? It's like not in asteroids now? Because that would be strange. What if I fast travel to Chemic if I can find some there? Very strange. Yeah, that's why you're here. Yeah. Occupy yourself somehow while you're on the endless, impossible pursuit for an ore that may or may not exist. I think I did find silver on a planet near one of the. Oh, but you know, it's probably because it was near one of the starting areas. Wait, what are the odds there's some on this initial starting platform? If I just fly to the bottom of this, is there some uranium down here? That would be so funny if the whole time it was literally right under my nose. This little starting platform's got pretty much everything else. Doesn't appear so. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yikes. That could have been the end of it all right there. I have had way too many close calls. Way too many. Yeah, I'm going to say there's no uranium here. I just want to get my miner working. The name of the stream is, does my miner work yet? I have to get the miner working. The answer is no. Definitely following and staying updated. Oh, nice, because not a lot of people are into this as far as us right now. Yes, there's not. Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, it's kind of in a bit of a niche stage. I know there's a lot of people playing it. I saw a lot of people. I was surprised. Like I was out of town when the actual VS2 launched. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss the first wave of everybody posting. But actually, not a ton of people have posted about it. I mean, people are making stuff and streaming stuff, but not like in massive droves. But there's a lot of people I know waiting in the wings just to see it. I know a lot of content creators. They make so much content that they just want to keep making stuff for SC1. SC1 to me is like kind of ruined. As soon as the unified grid came out in this, I like just immediately stopped playing SC1. Like I just, because I spent so much time in creative mode, I went back to that and I was like, oh no, this is like unbearable compared to how much better it is in SC2. I couldn't go back to it, and like this looks so good. I was just like, oh no, it's like, I don't know if I can play SC1 again. And so far I really haven't. I tried for a little bit and I just couldn't. My heart wasn't in it. All right, trusty miner, let's see if we can limp you over to the let's see, where's the station? See, there's too many GPS things. I want to turn them off. Ah. There it is. Yeah, there'll be all kinds of content and stuff coming, so. And I also, in my Discord, because I have, I don't know if you saw any of my other videos or not, but I have like a video on like shields and survivability in SE2, like kind of just a lot of response stuff to some of the stuff in the dev logs. And I script some of those in my Discord community. We sort of workshop those together. I post like my ideas and my scripts, then I'm like, hey, what do you guys think of this mechanic? And see what everybody thinks. Run like Reddit polls and stuff to get some information. Boy, this is really hard to fly with a grid strapped to you like this. Oh my, this is super hard. We just gotta get to Velation Station. Slowing down is gonna be interesting. I wonder if it'd be better if I strap this to the front of me. Just dampen it real quick. Poor miner. It just wants to party. Come on, slow down, slow down. Yeah, the Talon's fun. I now know the Talon does not need 6 reactors because it only runs when I used it in creative mode. Now that it actually calculates energy, it only ran at 13% energy. So I was like, oh, I guess I probably don't need to have this many reactors, which is sick because that frees up a lot of internal space for race stuff or ammo crates and stuff. Because there will be a fighter version of that as well. Let me make sure my landing gear is set to auto lock when I perform this maneuver, because otherwise I'm going to thrust my ship into space and not be able to catch it. Oops, wrong button. On. Alright, let's strap this just to our front. So let's just grab it from the back. Let's try to get an even weight. Not a good spot to grab there. I'll just grab it on this flat spot up front. Nice and centered. Nice and centered. Yeah, the other reason I wish that there was like survival elements in creative mode is so I can like test like the racers and stuff, because I want to like build stuff on planets and race it around and like know if the power's working well. But it just takes so long to get things built in survival right now with all the things we talked about with how buildings kind of need some improvements, the blueprint, the welder and stuff. All right, this should be easier to fly now. Station. Where's the station? Over there. Velation Station. It's a little easier to fly. Probably could have been there by now if I didn't do all that crap. If I had just kept flying. That's alright. Just for practice. Alright, let's start turning around because it's going to take a sec to turn around. We're going to need that reverse thruster to stop us. Oh, that's right. I can't see behind me with the grid in front of me. Shit. Oh boy, this is disorienting. Crud. Luckily, it's a safe zone, so if I crash into the base, it's not a big deal. I also hate with this with this like War Thunder style control where you like look to where you want your ship to turn. When you're looking behind you, you can't tell if you're like where your cursor's at, so you have no idea if your ship's angling in the right direction or not. Whoa! Oh, okay, it did not like us being in a safe zone on this. Oh my god. Holy smokes. That was crazy. I don't know if that was just a coincidence because I had my dampeners at the same time and it was just freaking out. Either way, let's go ahead and let's try fast travel. Hey, it worked. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I wonder if I dock this to the station, if it will refill with uranium. This whole time I've been looking for uranium, and maybe I could just refill from bases. That would be hilarious if that's all it took this whole time. Is there a... Oh, this one doesn't have, like, connectors and stuff, though. Oh my gosh. So yeah, all those GPS things are just stacked on my screen like that. That looks so dumb. I really can't turn these off. Yeah, that was crazy. I just have to delete all those markers to not see them. Oh, that is so silly. That is like I get we're in this pre-release, but like why can't I turn these off? Like is that really that weird of a thing to do? Let's see, are there connectors on here? This one doesn't have connectors, so I can't tell if it... I'm kind of curious to test. Let me go back to the other base real quick. I feel like this is such a dice roll fast traveling like this because I feel like you could pop into I feel like you could like clip into I should probably like save beforehand in case it clips me into something. Nice, that's actually really close to where I need to be. It's like right above the connector. I know some people were initially, I think some initial test videos, people were fast traveling. I think it was the people that were testing the game before it was out. And they'd like fast travel and their ship would like clip into the station and stuff. Alright, let's just go ahead and say that's good. Let's just unpark it. I hope I really do not have a lot of uranium, so I'm really nervous that I'm going to run out of fuel. You can turn off the names of the waypoint will still be on the screen, so it didn't even matter. How do you... Oh, you just like rename the GPS? But yeah, if you don't have the name for it, that sort of defeats the purpose of what it's there for. Alright, turn upside down. I really don't... I think I'm like actually super low on uranium, so I have to like be really careful about this. Oh wait, this isn't even the right kind of connector. Shit. I'd have to build a large connector. But it's for science, so we'll mess our build up for science. So I need a conveyor converter. Building in safe zone is not allowed. Of course it isn't. See, while I'm floating here, let me see how much uranium I have left. 25. I don't know how much it uses per second, but I do know I started with 40, so I think I can give it a little bit of gas here. I just want to test my miner. Come on. Get a little more gas than that. Okay. Oh, here's the kicker. Here's the rub. Do I even have components with me? Oh, you mean the... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, H, hide. Ah, that does help. But yeah, there will still be 100 symbols stacked on top of each other. That is true. I have no components in here, but I might be able to grind enough stuff down on it to do this. Okay, so I need to... let's see, it's under... Logistics. I need the adapter. And then I need a bigger connector. All right. Let's go adapter first. Put that down like so. Put this connector on top of that. The left bone connects to the left bone. So I need 5 steel plates, 2 steel tubes. Ooh, and a bunch of construction components. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we can grind. I don't think I have anything in here. Oh, I do have stuff in here. Sick. Construction steel plates. And I needed... Got the other thing I needed was... I don't think it was motors. Dang it, I need a build planner. Oh, steel tubes. Knew it. Damn it. Electronics. Electronics and steel tubes. I don't know if I have electronics. That will be the kicker. No, but I welded that thing down. I have electronics. I know it. I know it. I know it. Hopefully have enough steel tubes.
Inventory full.
You're full. Yes. All right. The blueprints. Yeah, that would be crazy if it did work. I know there is uranium in the station for a fact because I looked in the inventory to see, and there is uranium. Even when I build things, the blueprint thing stays up a lot. I think if I select a block, I right click, does that make it go away? No, it's just like always there. This happens to me about half the time I use this builder. All right, let's go refuel. Let's go refuel because this will totally work. For science. My energy use went up after landing. Wait a minute. Is it not locked? Wait, is it? Why can I still wiggle this? There we go, now locked. It's weird. Okay. So for some reason I can't see my inventory from inside. I have to go to my actual, I have to go to one of these. Miner. It is not currently filling me up with uranium. Damn. That would have been too cool. Too cool, too cool. Shoot. I mean, that would have been kind of busted because you can take uranium out and like use it for other stuff. So I get that. I wonder if I can come to this civilization station. No. Dang. Oh, wait. Wait. Miner. Can I... Inventory currently not connected or accessible. Oh, not in the cockpit. Wait a minute. No, I probably just can't grab it out of there from this thing. That would be stupid. Let's try doing it from here. I'm not convinced there isn't a solution. Well, if you have a full build blueprinted in when you're in here and you control X, it won't take away anything that's currently made because it's not creative mode. Yeah, I can't grab that uranium. Damn. Our science experiment has failed and I've wasted more uranium. Biscuits. See this thing floating over here? This happens to me too with the blueprint thing. It's like super bugged. There's just like a connector floating back there. Gotta do this. Like, right click, delete it. But I just can't delete this one. That one's just there. Weird things. But now that that has a connector on it, I think when I connect my ship to it, I think it'll make me fly not as janky. Where's my ship? It's over here. I do like that the hydrogen boost uses a lot of hydrogen. That should really help hydromanning. Whoa. Try turning it off or on. You mean for the, to make that little blueprint thing go away? What should I turn off and on? Because even when I'm like not in build mode, it like pops up. Alright, let's turn off this. Reactor here. Because like even if I'm not like even if I have a drill out or nothing, it still shows up. Alright, let's go to Chemic. Let's get out of here. Let's go to somewhere there's freaking uranium, man. Get some uranium, man. Oh, well, it's on the connector. So nice being. Well, it wouldn't let me because I can like see the inventory, like where it's at. It's like not accessible. I did try earlier a different way to get uranium out. I think it's like not hooked to that system at all. That's just hooked to hydrogen. Like I think it's a fully different conveyor system. I want to try this O2 generator because it's so annoying when it just flickers on and off like that. All right, I think we're gonna leave the miner here. So I can find uranium. Yeah, you're right though. Having the H makes all of the icons just sum up in a group like that. That's huge. That's 3,900 kilometers away. I thought it was 39,000. I was like, whoa, this is huge. Okay, first of all, while I'm here, is there a contracts thing in here? It actually said contract terminal. This one doesn't say. Yes, it does. What do we have? Help them build a mining ship. Reach the center. Production blocks, tier 2. Gas production, tier 2. Hybrid movement, tier 2. Neutralize enemy hive by getting rid of their power systems. I wonder if they have reactors with uranium inside of them. If you hold a welder in hand, look at it and press Control X. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, let me try that again actually, because I think I just pressed. I tried to right click to like delete it, but let me try Xing it. That's a good point. It's just really annoying. It doesn't go away. Let's see. Nah, it didn't fix it. It just makes oh, building a safe zone is not allowed. I'll try it outside the safe zone. I'll do that after I find maybe uranium. Maybe that'll fix it. That'd be nice because that's something I've frequently encountered. All right, 41 kilometers away. I hit some of these asteroids along the way. Half the fun of using the hydrogen engines in this game is the animation. Really killing my vibe. They're not showing up, man. Yeah, it just it wouldn't let me. It doesn't let you build in a safe zone. So like the Control X command, it didn't do anything. So I have to take it out of the safe zone first. It just doesn't have a lot of uranium. That one mission did say something about helping them build a miner. Yeah, the other one did. It for sure did. Uranium! Yay! I had a good feeling this asteroid had it. It felt like a uranium asteroid. And you said PB was lead. All right, so let's mark this. We have lead, ice, copper, uranium. GPS. Lead. Just PB, as we now know. I don't know what copper is, though, so I'm just doing that CP for now. Uranium, ice. This is in chemic space. Let's go, baby. Yeah, it usually when there's weird bugs, like the hydrogen thruster's not working right, almost always just quitting and rejoining fixes it. Man, I gotta dig down so deep to this friggin' thing. The work I go to just get my mining ship working. The hell of it is that my platform isn't here to build my next ship on, but I can go back to Ritter and strip down my mining post and build an actual big ship. Now that I have uranium. Yeah, we do need that miner. I wasn't sure if it actually is a miner you could take with you or not. Probably is, though. What do you mean? We're mining right now. Who needs a miner? Oh my god, I'm doing all this digging, and my inventory's full. I won't even be able to do anything with this uranium. What an idiot. This is just becoming a disaster show. I can't get out of my hole. Come on. Yeah, there was the one mission for the miner, and the other mission was like, oh, go to this place and shut down their power system. So I'm like, oh, maybe they have a reactor that has uranium in it also, just not knowing if I'd find uranium anytime soon. There we go. Looks like animal dung. That's what we're going to do. We're going to come out of here. You'll find a way to take it. If you can find a way, that's actually concerning because it means that safe zones are not safe. Where is that station? There it is. Let's just use the boost to get over there. Get my miner back. Fly it over here. I am boosting, but you wouldn't know it. Now, the question is, does the, yeah, it does look like a bunch of, it kind of looks like deer dung. Uranium does, honestly. Wonder if they model it after anything accurate in reality. I don't know what just raw uranium ore looks like, to be honest. Now, the dampeners work pretty well. Just using the suit dampeners. Didn't even have to burn any hydrogen to slow down. All right, deposit this business to the reactor. There we go. 2.19K. Now I can go take this and mine the rest of that uranium. And then I could actually go back to the platform in the other station and then just come back here whenever I need uranium, which is silly to have to like come all the way here just to get uranium, but that's where we're at. All right, away. Yeah, you can just you just either have to connect it or just like use your landing gear to fast travel something. You can also stand on a grid and it'll fast travel as well. So now the thing I don't know, so this is going to be a moment of truth for this miner. The thing I don't know is how well does it turn and stuff. How well does it navigate when it's full of ore? That's this whole time what I've just wanted to freaking know in this game, but there's no survival elements in creative, so. Even the ion thrusters aren't really showing much animation. They're just kind of lining up in the center, but they're not actually. Okay, and I don't need this crap on top of me anymore. Oh, except I need it to dock to. I need to make a small connector on the mothership. And I'll test this actually right now before I do anything else. Let me test cutting that. Nope, didn't work. Cutting didn't work. Oh, also, oh yeah, all this is still here. Oh, I forgot all this crap still needs to be. Yeah, whatever. Oh, come on. Okay, now can I delete this? There we go. So you can delete it once the block that's welded is gone. It's just a glitch they gotta fix, clearly. And I will need to build a small connector on Mr. Butthole over here, which I'll probably just put on top of this thing. Convert in there. Now, will that connect to the cargo container? I don't know. Find out. Okay, finally, the moment of truth. Let's mine with my miner I designed like 8 months ago. Yeah, I think it's just maybe there's multiple reasons why it happens, why those blocks stay appeared. I don't know what's up with it. Where was my mine hole that I went through? Probably over here. All right, in we go. They're front half of this is not fully correct either. You can see on those little armor blocks floating there. Those actually are supposed to have armor connected to them, but the building didn't work out so well. I also noticed this happens now, which didn't used to happen in creative mode before. I don't know if this is supposed to happen, like when my ship bugs like that. I mean, it certainly probably would happen on a lighter ship or something, but I did connect to the travel kit, but I don't know if that works as a normal conveyor system or not, because travel kits don't assemble anymore. Hopefully I have enough room to get out of this thing. Probably should have been clearing more up than down below me. It's kind of it's not too slow. Oh shit, there's the uranium. Come on, baby, drill, baby, drill. Yeah, boy. Look at that uranium go. Oh shit, please forget me. Awesome. Man, it's gonna be like times like this is nice, so nice that it does not mind snow. I want to back up a little bit and clear a bigger hole here so I can navigate a little bit better. Also really glad that there's no damage under 20 meters per second. Yeah, I mean, in like a situation like this with like a light ship with small thrusters, it would be probably pretty realistic that there's a lot of torque that forms and pushes your ship around. You'd like really need to steady out to do something like this. Boy, there's a lot of... The sound when you hit things is so fun. Alright. I feel like I got more uranium mining by hand. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Don't say that. Don't say that. So I have a blueprint for this, so I will, once I know that it can like work, I will get this actually posted. Yeah, there was some work that went into this. Actually, yeah. Definitely took a minute. You know, I was basically trying to figure out how to optimize a miner that didn't require more clearance than the drills allowed, so you could just drill a hole straight like I did and not get snagged, not to worry about like excess drilling or anything. Definitely has a lot of storage on it because I'm not even close yet. I think I'll just... I wouldn't say... Oh man, I actually am wedged now. Here we go. But yeah, I will have like a tutorial of how I made it and stuff. For sure, there'll be a whole walkthrough. I did kind of like a different live plotter for the talent for the race one. I'll shoot like some clips for it and stuff. I do want to get stuff like miners and like ships up sooner than later, just so people have something to work with in survival. Even though I can't fully build it with the way that the blueprint system works. Like, there's supposed to be a bunch of blocks even in front of me between me and that drill. Like, it actually looks really cool when it's fully built out. Alright, note to self, clear a bigger hole. I also have another miner. Look at this other one I have. I'll show you the blueprint of it. It was before I built this one. Let's see, it would have been the UL, no, US. I don't have a good picture of it, I guess. It's not a great picture. You can kind of see the shape of it here. It kind of is more, it's sort of shaped like a train engine. It's got 4 drills, and you actually like walk into it, but it can fully bore or drill a hole larger than the size of the grid, and it stores a lot on there. This was sort of a first one. Problem is building off the blueprints without the ship welder because they just have it so wonky now. I'm scared to build one based off a blueprint and not have something internally built. Yeah, that is the concern. This one, luckily, it has this conveyor here that's important to get, these gyroscopes, which actually maybe they're always visible. But there's not a lot of internal. Otherwise, I think there's like underneath this grate, there's one internal thing. Otherwise, everything else that was internal was like lights behind, like the catwalks and stuff, just for aesthetics. So nothing can really break with this one. Because most of the internal of this is like these are 3 back-to-back cargo containers, and there's a huge cargo container back there. Otherwise, it's just like detailing like around the inside of these thrusters. Like you can see stuff that's not welded, but all that's just aesthetic. There's nothing like crucial there. So everything works, which is the important thing. Also, this has been some deep ass screen. Deposit also. I did not expect it to be as big because a lot of deposits are pretty small. Next step is to build a 6-welder miner. Scratching the paint on this puppy today. Now, how much? Oh, actually, I think I actually can't access the grid. I think in here, I think I just have to press this button. There we go. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, no, yeah, it's going to the cargo containers. Wait, is it going to the reactor? Ah. Oh no, I think maybe something is broken. Oh, I can move things to the reactor. So the reactor can hold 11,000 uranium. Man, this actually takes a lot longer to drill than I thought it would. Granted, my space is pretty tight. This does not work on planets. This is ion. I will make a different miner for planets for sure. I'm basically going to have like a planetary fleet and a space fleet. There's not a lot of advantage to having a miner that can do both, because they sort of require different setups. Like when you're on planets, you need a lot of vertical thrust to keep yourself in the air, which is a lot of excess bulk that you don't need when you're in space. That makes stuff like this a little harder. Thrust though is technically better for heavy duty stuff because it has more thrust than ion does. I don't have to have as much piping with ion thrusters. Like if this was a hydrogen ship, it would require a lot more piping, which would make it a little less effective. Probably enough uranium. How can I not get more? I think there's also a larger drill now that wasn't available when I made this grid, so I could definitely make a one that's a larger drill. Maybe that's something I'll reconvert it to. Call that good. How the hell do I get out of here? Away. Look at that nice little hole. Let's just go right out of there. Boop. Line it up. Turn the dampeners off. Sort of rattle our way out of here. Keep going, never enough. Yeah, I mean, I actually am curious to know what this thing's like at full capacity. I can at least make the hole bigger to go a little faster. Rotate while I do this? No, I can't rotate at all. Oh, because my butt's stuck. About to have a hole big enough where I can just turn around entirely. Inventory full. Why did it say that? This is about 30%. Inventory full. It must take time to transfer out of the drills? What? Oops, that's right. I don't need to go that. I have this now. My drills aren't full. Still got empty cargo containers. Why is it saying inventory full? That is strange. Oops, don't want to take out the reactor. Right, empty. Show all inventories. Maybe there is a broken conveyor. Inventory not accessible. Huh. Yes. Yeah, see? Okay, you're right to be concerned. There's something, I think, in here that's broken. That's cargo container. Next to the reactor. Is there an adapter somewhere? It's so hard to see in there. No, it connects to that. Yeah, it connects to the reactor. Does this have inventory? It does not. Can it have inventory? It can. So why can that have inventory, but I can't put it into the main cargo container, the big one? Wait, I can. What? What in the world? Something's bugged out. So I can get it in the reactor, I can get it into this cargo container, and I can get it into this cargo container, but it can't just... Oh, does things not... Wait, do things not pass through the reactor directly? Do I have to, like, move it into the reactor? And then move it into... this? What the fuck? Come on. What? Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. This one. Yeah, what? So wait a minute. This is so wonky. Wait, so now I can just put stuff in that container. What? I am so confused. Should be good. Keep drilling. No, inventory full again. What? I swear. I don't understand what's going on. I think things are... Something seems bugged. Okay, so this was the big one. So can I go to this to my drill? It rearranges when you drag things in, which is super annoying. No, so it goes to the drill and it goes back in. Why is my inventory full? I don't understand. I can drag things from the drill into the back container through the refinery. And I have so much capacity. Okay, now it's inventory full. Yeah, what? It's still going up. It just keeps saying inventory full and like kicking out core. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why to be strict on these parts working together. It's just gotta be a glitch. It's gotta be something with like how fast. I don't know. It's gotta be a bug. It's clearly still giving me more. Where's my exit? It's up there. Make sure I'm not getting too disoriented. I don't want to turn sideways too far and get stuck, kind of like I am now. It's too bad there's a lot of ore just going to waste, just floating around. Up now anymore. Yeah, it got up to 48,000 because I got another 10,000, but now it's not going higher than 48. Like it'll keep saying inventory full, and the last message will say, "Oh, 49 is still up." This is so weird. Just keep mining. Just keep mining. I feel like it's rejecting though. Like I'm just gonna stop doing this because I feel like it's rejecting. Like look how much ore's around me. It's rejecting probably like more than half of what I'm actually mining, so it's just a waste of time. Which is fine. Let's just look how it's ore. Oh my god, there's so much floating around me. So many pebbles. Can I just collect these and then just throw them in my stash? Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Kind of hard to see. Boop, 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 boop. Need a collector. If I had just a collector, it would work. So much good stuff. All right. If I see it, though, I can't not pick it up. Yeah, it's going up. It's just going up, like, way slower than it's worth. And I'm mostly curious to test weight, so I might go to a deposit that's a little easier to mine. Oops, my cursor's off. I think you can't tell where your cursor is at when you're going backwards, so you don't know if your ship's like turning or not. Alright, let's get out of here. Still navigating well backwards. I wasn't sure at 40% capacity. I honestly didn't think it would even accelerate that fast going backwards. Yeah, I could get a mod just at some point. It eventually just becomes a waste of time. All right. Well, the miner works. Huzzah. I guess I can get some of this gold while I'm here. I don't grab it all. Yeah, maybe, but it didn't. I don't think it's a conveyor problem because like it worked for the first like 30,000 uranium. It was just the last bit it started doing the inventory full. I don't know if it's because the reactor gets full and it like trips or something. It's very strange. Also, hello, Derek. Gold's pretty deep. I was hoping to get some gold. I don't really want to mine another tunnel though. It's all right. We got plenty of gold back at Verdure. I think it's just one of them alpha bug things. Because we had no issues at first. So nothing's broken or anything. Alright, should have plenty of uranium, though, for a bit of gallivanting. Let's see, where's that connector? It's up top. We can now gallivant. It's funny, this isn't like a huge miner, but it dwarfs the starting ship quite a bit. Auto docking, I'm just gonna get a little straight. Alright. Wink. Connected? Alright. Let's see. Turn the dampeners off this thing. Let's get back to our rest of our materials and build a bigger ship. Ah, it's so hard to look around. There's a grid attached to your head. Where's the station at? God, I can't see the station. Oh my god, this is wigging me out. Holy shit. Alright. So I don't have the gyroscopes on this grid. See the ores like flashing in the drills like they're trying to move but can't. Yeah, I don't... Oh, what's up? Alright, this doesn't have enough gyroscopes. Gotta have more gyroscopes. Where is the station? Let me look this way since I can't look around with a grid attached to you. Because if there's a grid attached to you, it acts as a block so you can't like see through it. Dude, where is the station? There's an easy lead pool. Is that the station past that? No, it's... Oh my god, we're lost in space. There it is. Couldn't see it because it was towards the planet. Yeah, the goal is to get this back to the to that starting landing pad and build an actual ship, so I don't have to like mule like this because this is pretty rough. I'm gonna see if the miner actually will turn. If I can use this to turn, actually turns a little better. It does in fact. Away. We're moving. More crashing on Windows than Linux. Interesting. Yeah, some people said they were getting Linux to work. Which is good, because my cousin wants to switch to Linux. And I want him to be able to play, so... I don't know anything about Linux. Probably be easier just to fly these individually into this thing, but that's okay. We're almost there. Oh, I can't really rotate us backwards to stop us. I hope we don't overshoot and end up going into the planet. Because that would be really bad. I haven't really had any problems crashing with this game. It actually usually freezes when I'm trying to like quit the game. Is usually when I get a freeze. Like I quit to the main menu and it freezes. Alright, we're gonna start dampening now. And then we're gonna switch to this ship as well. And we're gonna turn on the dampeners here. Really slow us down. Let's see if I can shift us up right here. Get those bottom thrusters working. Come on, shift up, shift up, shift up. Rotate, pivot, pivot. Oh, I'm slowing down too good. Damn it, nice. No. Okay, let me flip back to... Let me put the dampeners off on this one again. Flip back to this again. We're almost home. We're almost home. That would have been hilarious if we got sucked into the gravity well. We would have been dead. I would have had to ditch the miner, and all this work to get this miner build would have been for nothing, which would have been hilarious. All right, fast travel. Okay. Uh-oh, are we in a grid? Oh, no, we didn't. Wow, it just put us right on top of it. It puts us, like, uncomfortably close to the stations, I will say. I would prefer if we weren't that close. Okay, so now when I hit H to hide and show, it hides and shows the GPS things in Verdure, but not the one over there in Chemic. Oh, did they release a hotfix? I know they released a hotfix. What'd they fix? Yeah, often when they do these big updates, you get a hotfix kind of like the next day, then usually like a couple days in the week. I did build the talent, thank you, yeah. This miner will probably be the next one that gets put onto the workshop. This isn't the finished version. I can't finish it because building limitations in this mode, but I also didn't realize that I have too many reactors in that until I flew it around in creative mode. Now that the reactors work, it only uses 13% energy when I'm firing the thrusters. I thought from SE1 math, when I found some SE1 math on like the Space Engineers wiki, and I thought I put enough. I thought I needed 6 reactors for those thrusters, and I did not. I'm at 13%, so I probably could have just gotten away with 2, which means I have a lot of interior space I can free up to do some other stuff with that, which is pretty cool. So the talent will get a lot of. I'll just constantly be upgrading my workshop things based on updates and things. I don't know if links are allowed. You can try. I don't think it'll like ban you or anything. I don't know if they're on by default. I think typically only you can share it in my Discord though. You can join my Discord. There's a link should be a link in this description actually. Okay, what is going on? I have no control right now. Where's my cursor? There it is. Okay, this is fine. Let me put this dampers on this guy. Okay, disconnect. Godspeed, miner. This ship's probably going to get a little tear down now. Got that. Guess that I'm here, I can mine more stuff and see how much this puppy can hold. It's on the server. Copper looks like it's on the service. Yeah, close enough anyway. Wait, is that copper right there? Is it stone? No. Even closer, 15 meters. See, it's not telling me. Oh, inventory full. There it goes. It's still going up though. Yeah, something's bugged. If they had creative mode have survival tools, I could troubleshoot it a little easier. Okay, there's a hole in this planet. Asteroid. I'm just wasting a lot of copper. I am just going to chalk it up to a bug. I'm curious if you would get the ore rejection using the bigger drill. I don't know, but it was fine up until like It's like it was fine for the first like 80% of my drilling. It was like a new development. So it was like everything was fine for a while, and I moved everything into the back container where it wasn't depositing. So the front containers were opened, and now it's saying that those are full. So I really have no idea. Okay. Well, the miner works. That's what's important. Kind of. Asterisk. I wasn't sure it'd be able to fly around very well. I just need a connector for it. Here's my connector. Fly this onto this. And then fly this onto this. I was not looking forward to docking this when I was designing it, because like the connector's like flush and it's hard to see when you're like inside of a ship docking. But I did not expect auto docking to be a thing. Oh my god, 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 it's happening. I'm not, oh god. Oh no. Clang has found us. We have been discovered. I'm not currently docking this right now. Auto docking has betrayed me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I gotta get to this one and undock it. Oh no. I gotta get inside of it. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, I'm getting yeeted away. All right, stay calm. Stay calm. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. Totally normal. This is totally normal. Oh god. Oh god. I can't get into the cockpit. Oh, something happened. Game crashed. No, it didn't. I paused it on accident somehow. What was this? Wait, did I die? This is the first time I died. I guess we'll go near. Oh god, these sounds are all horrible. What is that? Oh, it's my dead body, I guess. It looks like a pirate coming. Ouch, yeah, that hurts. I just need to get into the cockpit, please. Oh, I got in, but I spammed it. Okay, unpark this. Oh! I unparked it. Oh no. Oh my. Oh man. What a bummer. Hey, look at all those unwelded parts I have. Those are all the parts that didn't get welded. Just armor though. You know, normally I wouldn't load a save to reset, but that was entirely not my fault. So that's what we're gonna do. That was crazy. Oh man. Well, I think we'll just load and then make sure that's saved, because that was where's even this? This is the base. Okay. No, do not save the current world. That was insane. That does not count as me crashing. So I'm going to just, yeah, we're loading the autosave because that was pure Clang. If I had crashed, I would have played it through. Yeah, that will be clipped one way or another. Oh man. I think I can yeah, I'll download the stream and clip that one. That was insane. Good news. I'm not destroyed. You see that piece of ore that just flew away from me? What are the odds that that ore was somewhere wedged in there? What happens? Okay, what do you think would happen if I try to dock it again? Do you think that was a fluke? We have to test it for science. Okay, I'm going to test it without auto-docking to see if it's an auto-docking bug. So let's just dock this normally. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's not going to work. I have to auto-dock, apparently. Okay, that's docked. I'm going to turn the dampeners off. But is there technically when you press P, it dampens? So I don't know truly if there's, or when you press P, it does the docking, I mean, not dampening. So I don't know if there's truly a way to not have that happen. Let's just get it close. Like, can I go to the connector and cycle toggle? I'm gonna turn the dampeners off. Connector. Oh, they have eject items on. That's cool. Probably shouldn't turn that on when I'm full of stuff. So there's, oh, connect. There we go. No. Guess we'll have to auto dock. Okay. Things didn't explode with the dampeners off. Now, what if I turn the dampeners on? Dampeners on that one. This is for science. Dampeners on this one. Okay. It's not freaking out. Everything's fine. Okay. Now, now that the dampeners are on, let me undock. Okay. And then with the dampeners on, we'll dock. No, that was actually really smooth. So that was just a strange Clang moment, I guess. He's back. Yeah, I don't think we're at a sheer inertia phase in the game right now. That was crazy. Okay, so if I go to let's go ahead and just transfer this inventory to the starter platform, if that's possible. So what is this? This is show connected inventories only. So this is saying right now that my miner cannot connect to the starter platform. But we're gonna go to show all and see if it does it anyway. Cargo. Where's my cargo containers? Cargo container. Let's see if I can transfer. What do you know? I can't. Great. Super great. Why is there 400 in my cockpit? Oh, cargo containers. Can I move from here? Nope, can't select those. Is it because the connector on my cargo ship goes through the... So what happened was it tried connecting to the bottom connector, and the blue one is connected to... Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just one of those crazy things. I think this is the way they were... I don't know. I don't even want to try to guess. I'm just going to say it was Clang, which is too bad, because I thought we were done with that boy. I really hadn't seen him yet in the Almagest, and here he is. All right. So ultimately, what the goal will be is to create... My menu opens. God damn. Is to create either... I guess I could make this guy. This is a work in progress. Not detailed yet or anything. I'm working on this in creative mode. There's that guy. Still needs a lot of work though. I didn't have all the blocks and I was working on. Now there's more blocks. Otherwise, I was going to craft this guy as just a traversing ship. This one is way less PC. I probably should start with this one. This one was sort of designed to be a starter one. It doesn't have... let's see. It doesn't have... This wasn't designed with refineries or anything like that. It was before we had refineries and all that stuff. Well, it may be like a refinery block, but it was before we had conveyors and stuff when I designed this initially. I believe there was... Actually, no, conveyors came out in the middle of designing this thing. I wonder if I should connect it to my grid and not have it floating so when I bump it, it doesn't go flying off, because that will for sure happen. The other move is to... Alright, let me delete all this crap I know I don't need. That's for docking a ship. Yeah, there's no conveyor. You know what? I'm realizing I'm going to have to rework this ship in creative mode before I bring it in here. Because there's no conveyors. This whole thing is a mess. This was not a good ship. I actually submitted this to a keen design test, and I regret doing it. I should have spent more time on it because I don't actually like what it is. I started making a blank one. The bridge is kind of nifty. Got a bridge up here. It's got a nice view. Probably work on that in creative a little bit more, but that'll be the goal. This will be the next phase. I need to figure out what's up with the miner, seeing if that's a bug or if it's actually broken or not. Get that one live and published for people to use. Otherwise, I'm convinced, since it worked most of the time, that it's just a bug. It worked up until that point, and there's no reason it should have stopped working. Yeah, I'll get this in creative mode. Won't do it here. The other one, I don't remember what the status of this other frigate is. Yeah, it won't go far. Initially, when you're building, it could go if you accidentally bump it initially. Once you get a bunch of stuff on there, it won't go as bad. That's for sure. Which one of these is newer? They look like they got a lot of the same. This has got more PCU. I'm guessing this is a newer one. This one, I'm just trying to get the form factor down. This one's actually not even greebled or anything yet. This is just this is more of a scout frigate I was working on. Hence why it's got fake turrets on it. This one's pretty cool. This one actually... Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm upside down. Never mind. This one's actually got... I don't know if I saved the interior one. This one will have an interior... yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Aha! Hallways, baby. This is... I'm so excited for building in this game. Like, look at how sick you can make hallways. You can't even see the lighting. I even built this pad here that you walk on, your magnetic boots stick to it, so it can be a... You don't even need a gravity generator. You can just walk up to the bridge like this. This game's gonna be so sick. People were like already skeptical about this game, and I was like, I don't know, man. It seems like they have the blueprints for something pretty cool. I hadn't really worked out this area yet. This is kind of where I stopped working on it. I was trying to figure out how to lay out, just trying to figure out the layout of the ship. This ship is interesting though, because you'll notice when we came into the ship through here, we hit... First of all, I like to put airlock doors upside down so you know it's an airlock. So anytime you go through a door and it's upside down, it kind of looks like, sort of like if you're walking through like a naval vessel where you step over through the entryway. But then, you know, any upside down door is possibly a dangerous door, and it's definitely an airlock where all the interior doors are upright. It's just a design cue I like to do for personally. But this ship is unique because it has, as you see, I haven't filled it out yet. The whole interior is suspended. Oh yeah, I can show you because it's not done. Internally like this. So that's why this is more of a combat ship. So these are all like heavy blocks. They're all, granted they're thin, but it's like a double layered armor system. So the outside armor is just like to take hits. And if it takes hits, it doesn't mess with the internal areas. And the internal areas have 3 walls of layers to protect you. So if one goes down, hopefully it doesn't break all the, doesn't break your air seal and stuff like that. And you keep your air tightness. But it's a whole floating structure, so there's just going to be a couple connectors to the main, enough to where if you take damage in a bunch of spots, the interior compartment doesn't come loose, stays connected. But yeah, it'll be like its whole sort of double-walled armor system with spacing to where the outer armor can take damage. So something that I will find out if it works or not. There's a bug right now with damage, which I don't know if it still exists or not. But damage punches through a hole, punches through the wall, and it damages stuff way on the other side of it, like I think almost infinitely. It's actually kind of egregious. It's pretty bad. But that's why they don't have combat available yet. Yeah, so this whole interior space to mess with. This is going to be like a kind of like a hangar area to either launch, yeah, kind of like a sub, yeah. This will either launch missiles or just be like a area to launch like a fighter or something like that. So you can kind of fly this into an area as the main ship and sort of launch stuff out of this. Yeah, it's mostly, yeah, it's not really for armor in a sub as it is for other purposes. I also do like, speaking of subs though, I do like making bulkheads. I have another ship. I'll show you the other one. You're getting all the teasers in the stream. Let's see, I don't want this one. The very first frigate I was working on would be, I think, the CL1. No. Let me just search frigate. Yeah, so here's the whoa. Here's the what sort of the shape of what it will look like. I'm actually really surprised this hologram thing can run it. It really seems like the game would crash all the time with this thing. So yeah, this is sort of the form factor, but it's designed to be like modular. So like this middle section here can like be swapped out for other sections, and there can be different fronts. So I'll have like a blueprint of it, but I'll also have like the modules like set up, and like I was even potentially going to do like some design challenges where people design like different sections of it. But down in here, there's a big old hangar bay you can fly stuff into. This is for life pods, for my life pod blueprint. I don't think there's any loaded up in here. There's not. I have a life pod blueprint. This is just the blueprint for it, the housing, but there actually is a life pod that fits into these. So this is kind of a fun little big ship I'm working on. But what it actually will turn into, because this was an early stage of it, I don't think there's much interior going on. Yeah. There's a version, I'll show you the more, where I'm working on just the back half for now. And it looks, I think it's a little bit better. I don't know if I saved a blueprint of the most recent one. Let's do this one. So this is just the back half, obviously. But there'll be different versions. So you can like turn it into like a tug. There'll be like combat versions where there's like hard mounting points and stuff like that. So there'll be like hard points on the outside. So if you want to have like winged armor on the outside as a second layer of protection, if it's a combat ship, there will be, as well as like more bridges and stuff. So what I was going to say is with the subs is I was designing this to like work like bulkheads. So like as you go through each section, there'll be like these bulkheads. And the doors there'll be like 2 layers of doors. So there'll be like 2 levels you can pass through. But when you move from section to section, it'll work like an airlock. So if like the front half of the ship is gone, it doesn't mess with the air tightness and lose air of the whole ship. You don't like depressurize your whole ship. There is no merge blocks yet. That's probably going to be way far away. We'll get pistons and rotors first, and then hinges come later with another one that also came later. I forget what the other thing was. But yeah, so you can see you can have like some stairs in here, multiple levels. Life pod bays. Reactor room that also has a bulkhead in the reactor room as well. So I like designing with bulkheads and stuff. Hey, here's my server rack. I've seen these pop up in a lot of builds. This one, it was one of the top ones on the workshop, the server rack, for a while. I don't know if it still is or not. I haven't actually checked the workshop in a long time. But yeah, so I'll probably build that one of those frigates. Not this one. This one's got a lot of work to do. That'll be the next phase, though, is getting those frigates, that frigate designed. So I'll take this landing pad apart, design the frigate, but I need to work on the frigate in creative mode first. I'll probably save that for another stream. This was just a test stream that ended up turning, I guess, more into a a full-on stream. But to answer the question of the stream title, does my miner work? Yes, it does work. It didn't have all the parts it was supposed to have. I think I have it in my dock here. Yeah, you can kind of see the front end here kind of meshed in a little better, and there's some armor blocks here that are missing. There's a little bit of styling in the front end missing, but that's okay. And I can't weld all this because of it won't let me weld behind it. It just wants me to weld the handrails. I can't get to these blocks behind it. Well, like, won't let me weld those, which is too bad. But that's the mounting point up there for it. Oh, I can weld that one, I think. If I had steel plates. Yeah, obstruction detected, which is me. I'm now stuck in the blueprint. There we go. As a previous rack monkey, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I did it with the half windows. It's a fun little thing. But yeah, I think the miner's working other than a potential glitch. I'll audit the oh, 10 years in data center, nice. I'll audit the conveyor system and see if there's a bug with that, but it worked to mine for like the first 32,000 ore, and then it said inventory full. So I'm not convinced that it's not a bug. And then once that's audited, make sure I'll make a video for the miner and stuff. But yeah, as you can tell, lots of stuff to come with this channel. So appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. Definitely makes it feel a little bit more productive and fun than just playing by myself, especially since we're on multiplayer. Once we have multiplayer, we'll be doing some hood rat shit for sure. My buddy who got me into this game, he plays a lot too, but obviously we can't play together because no multiplayer. Oh yeah, I was gonna see how how does that rack rank still? Can you view the workshop from here? Browse workshop. Hey, look at that, still up there, most popular server rack. See that server rack's me. I got the Talon here still in the number 3 spot. And then the only other blueprint I have up here is a live pod right there, escape pod. Yeah, so we're still in the top 15 or something like that with all of our grids, all of our workshops. So what is that one ranked? 4, 8, 12, 16, under top 20. We'll count it. So those are the only ones I actually have published. So hopefully we can keep going. This escape pod will get a good upgrade. I need to upgrade it with survival kits and connectors. There was no connectors when I built this. There wasn't smaller windows. So I'll probably just do a video, just like a quick 5-minute video or something of just upgrading the escape pod. Because this will be super useful to have on ships. We'll get multiplayer eventually. Fear not. In the meantime, we'll just get things lined up and in place, ready to go. Oh, speaking of workshops, I think there also is a link in the description for my Steam workshop. Feel free to press follow on stuff in there. Getting the likes is what organizes the workshop in here. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight, everybody. Thanks for chilling. Miner works. I can actually build stuff a little bit faster now. Bust out some more contracts, build frigates, do some creative stuff. I'll try to get a Steam or a stream schedule updated or something like that. I gotta see what the best time is for everybody on the stream and stuff, but on my YouTube, see what time everybody's on. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Be sure to like this video, even though it's just a test stream. I'll optimize my streams in the future to make sure they don't lag out and stuff like that. And yeah, take it easy, everyone. Have a good evening or morning if it's now morning for where you're at. Have a wonderful day. Let's go with that. I'll see you guys later. Godspeed, engineers.